Hello all of you. Here we begin with the first class for our booster program. Now what is this booster program is? Already you all have received the timetable. Never it can happen ki ma'am I will prepare first whole syllabus and then I will start writing the chapter wise test series. It's not going to happen. So the coming week we have 3 exams in all the 3 subjects, one exam. In accounts, you have single entry exam as per the schedule, and in costing, you have the basic first chapter, wherein theory questions are repeatedly asked. They'll give you some example, and they'll give you the unit of measure, what is distinguished between cost reduction, cost control. So basics and the cost sheet, right? So this is your exam in costing. And in income tax, we have the first exam for the slab rates, the special rates, the marginal relief, and unutilized basic exemption, agricultural income. So this today's lecture is very helpful for all the CA, CMA students writing inter as well as final exam. I will emphasize a lot on pinpoints where generally students make mistakes. So be with me, and those who are attending it live in Zoom, any doubt is there, you can pause and ask me. Chat box is also on. And those who are watching this as a recorded video, if you have a doubt, you can always comment below the video, and all links are given. You can connect with us through our Gmail, through our Telegram group and all, so as to get more updates about these live classes. Okay, right? And now the mindset is, if you know that after 3 days you have to write exam of single entry, then after 3 days you have to write the exam for cost sheet. This is weekly meet. So at least you will pick up the books and prepare more than what you have planned. I'm telling you, by 15th of October, 2 months from now, all your syllabus is going to be completed thoroughly. Do first our institute's material. You have already taken the coaching. Then keep revising the booster notes, chapter wise booster notes, which we have written. In the revision lecture for single entry, it's more than 1 or 10 minutes. I have discussed all the booster notes and formats. So if you have missed, watch that revision video. Same for cost sheet. Cost sheet, I have given you all the booster notes, how to distinguish between variable and fixed cost. जब semi variable है तो उसको segregate कैसे करना है? Learn it for once. You can use it in all the many chapters. Okay. And today we are taking up this special revision class for income tax. Okay. Next week we will discuss all the papers also, what you have written, how you have written. That will not be recorded, of course. I don't want to keep it open for everyone. Amir Khan ne mana kiya hai. But in the Zoom meeting, I will discuss the papers and let you know the presentation, the speed, and immediately after writing the exam, check your answer sheet and the suggested answer. This is your own place. You have come to learn here. I don't want you to do the mistake in the final exam. So suppose here 4 points are there. Advantages of cost accounting system. And you have written 3, which is the one you have missed out. So that you get good score in the exam. You have already linked up the subject with the practical aspects and learned while learning. So right now it's the time of repetition and writing practice. These exams are prepared of the professional quality. It's a committed promise. You will get that feel of writing the final exam, so that you will not come and tell me, ma'am, I knew everything, but I went blank when I directly wrote the final exam. You will get to know the speed, you will get to know the presentation, you will get to know your speed of the calculator. Use the same calculator for writing this exam which you use in final exam. Hope you know all the functions also, m plus m minus all, right? Notes which I am discussing here are basic slab rates, and the PDF of this is available in our concept classes app in the free content. So you can download from there. And these are the slab rates, marginal relief, agricultural income. 5 marks questions are asked not only in inter and the final exam also. Okay. So let us begin with the complete revision first of the slab rates. I'm sharing the screen, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. All right, here we go. Some definitions are there. Okay, right. Whatever we earn in the financial year is taxable in the next year, and next year is called as what? Assessment year. Okay. Now individuals, HUFs, AOP, BOI, AJP. These people, they pay the tax according to slab rates. Okay. Now what are the slab rates for male, female, resident, non-resident, all up to 60 years? What are the slab rates? Up to 2,50,000, income is nil, basic exemption. Yes, your very question, I have made separate videos for paper pattern, and of course we will solve the mock test paper and all in detail. Please watch all my videos with the help of the playlist. Before I start with the slab rate, one very important instruction I want to give here. Listen carefully. In the Dipti Chheda's YouTube channel, in the playlist, separate 5 very good videos are made for tax amendment, which are applicable for the upcoming exam. For inter and final, separate playlist is there. And for some of the important tax concepts like interest on loan and house property, 80 TTA versus 80 TTB, maximum marginal rate of the tax, MMR, like these small concepts videos are there in taxation concept playlist. Do watch the videos with the help of the playlist. You will do a better revision. Okay. So now we are starting with the slab rates. Up to 2,50,000, it is called as basic exemption and no tax. On the next 2,50,000, that is from 0 to 250 nil, from 250 to 5 lakh, it is 5%. From 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is 20%. So sometimes, you can just remember these rates. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is 20%. Okay. So on 5 lakh, 20% comes to 1 lakh. So can I say, if your income is up to 10 lakhs, what is your tax? 1,12,500. Clear or not to all of you? 0 to 2,50,000 nil, 250 to 5 lakh 5%. On the next 2,50,000, that is 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it is 20%. Above 10 lakh, it is 30%. So if your income is 13 lakh, doesn't mean 13 lakh ka 30%. In 13 lakh, 0 to 250 nil, 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, 10 lakh to 13 lakhs. On the last 3 lakh, it is 30%. Okay, right. Now, if you are a senior citizen, 60 years, whenever I say less than, greater than, equal to, kahan jayega? So 60 years, you have completed your 60th birthday year in this financial year. 60 years and less than 80 years for resident senior citizen. Non-resident, even if you are 72 years, what will be the basic exemption for you? Yes, 250. Very important for all the final students who get exclusive question for 7 marks on non-resident taxation. So, if your income is up to 3 lakh, basic exemption. Here it was 250, but for senior citizen, resident senior citizen, 3 lakh tak exempted, 3 lakh to 5 lakh. On the next 2 lakh, 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, 10 lakh above 30%. All clear? This, I am again saying, if you are a non-resident coming to India and paying tax, your age is 72 years, basic exemption will be only 2.5 lakh for you. Clear? Now, if you are a super senior citizen, who is a super senior citizen? 80 years and above. So 80 years and above, if you are a super senior citizen, then the basic exemption is 5 lakh. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, same 20%. 10 lakh above, same 30%. Easy. But again, if you are 82 years NRI who has to come to India and pay, I would say come to India not physically, but NRIs, taxation is there. They have to pay tax in India. Then will your basic exemption will be 5 lakh? No, it will be 2,50,000. These are the pitfalls. This is a revision class. So my emphasis is on pitfalls. कि आप गड़बड़ नहीं करना and score beautiful full marks in your MCQs. Is my speed fine? Those are attending live, if you can tell me. Is my speed, volume, everything clear? And can we go to the next concept for only for individuals? Only for individuals, we get a relief in the tax payable in the form of rebate under section 87A. Rebate under section 87A is given to resident individual. Resident individual who has total income up to 5 lakhs. समझ में आ रहा है? Not your gross total income after ATC to APU deductions. If your total income is less than 5 lakhs or up to 5 lakhs, then from the tax payable you get a rebate. Rebate is a kind of relief in the tax up to 12,500 rupees. Please don't add ESES first. Calculate the tax as per slab rates minus the rebate. On the balance tax, add ESES. If you want, write down tax minus rebate. Suppose you have capital gain tax, 4,50,000. So from capital gain also basic exemption is given 250 and your income is 450 on 2 lakh capital gain, long-term capital gain. Tax is 40,000. So out of 40,000, give rebate 12,500 and on the balance tax, add ESES. Tax minus rebate and then on the balance tax, add ESES. I hope you all are noting down the important points which I am saying. Otherwise, pause the video and note down. Rebate is allowed up to 12,500 to resident individual who has income up to 5 lakh and rebate is up to 12,500. This rebate is not given from long-term capital gain on shares, listed shares on which security transaction tax is charged, which are chargeable at 10%. उन पे rebate नहीं मिलेगा. Okay, right. And one very important thing, sometimes you may do silly mistake in the exam, but blunder नहीं करना है आपको. Blunder नहीं करना. वो blunder कैसे है? I'll just say it's 2 minutes. Please wait. Along with tax, do you need to pay surcharge sometimes? Yes. On the very next page, I will teach you these are the rates of surcharge if the income exceeds 50 lakhs and all. So listen, if income exceeds 50 lakhs and above, you are paying on tax surcharge. If the income is less than 5 lakhs, you are deducting rebate. Both cannot come. Oh, your income is less than 5 lakh. You're a very small person. Take a relief. Oh, you are earning more than 50 lakhs. You pay additional tax on tax in the form of surcharge. Now, I have made separate videos for this concept, but I'm revising for all of you. And look at the screen. Just give me 2 minutes so that I can put it in writing mode. Before I go on to the surcharge part, yeah, please see with me here. On total income, you calculate tax as per the slab rates. On tax, you add surcharge if your total income exceeds 50 lakhs, individuals and all. And on tax plus surcharge, टैक्स के ऊपर भी, सरचार्ज के ऊपर भी मिला के यू पे एजुकेशन सेस. आर यू ऑल विथ मी? On total income, calculate the tax. On tax, calculate the surcharge. And tax plus surcharge at the recess. Okay? Right. Now, let us check the surcharge rates for individuals, HUFs, AOP, BOI, AJP. What are the surcharge rates? If the total income exceeds 50 lakhs and less than or up to 1 crore, 10% is the surcharge rate on tax. 10% surcharge rate on tax. If the total income exceeds 1 crore, less than or equal to 2 crore, 15%. Total income is 2 crore to 5 crore, 25%. Oh, total income is above 5 crore. You are earning too good. You can pay surcharge at the rate of 37%. So what are the rates of surcharge, dear students? 10%, 15%, 25%, 37%. This is a revision. You can pause and note down if you want. Right. Now, many times in the exam, in MCQ, of course, these surcharge rates I teach you with other. What is maximum marginal rate? Maximum marginal rate is the highest rate of the tax what an individual is paying. Okay, right. Let us check how it is. Maximum rate of tax. Suppose your total income is 100. How much tax you are paying? 30%, 30. On the 30, 37% surcharge you are paying. Okay, so calculate it. I will also do it now. In exam, you can calculate maximum marginal rate. It is used at many places. So on 30 rupees tax, 137% surcharge ke saath, it is coming to 41.1. And on this whole tax plus surcharge, that is 41.1, we will pay 4% ECES, and that is coming to 42.744%. That's why sometimes, you know, jokes are coming. ना डिपार्टमेंट एक काम करो ना, आप हमारी पूरी इनकम रख लो, टैक्स हमको दे दो. That's the highest rate of the taxes we are paying in India, right? So what is the maximum rate of tax? 30%. Maximum or highest rate of surcharge? 37%. And on tax plus surcharge, highest rate of ECES, 4%. In short, tax, surcharge, ECES मिला के 42.744% you are paying to government. Clear to all of you what is surcharge, what is tax, what is slab rates? Right. Now, I told you this additional basic exemption 3 lakh and 5 lakh is only for resident individual. Now, here, if the person is born on 1st April, it would be considered he has attended the age on 31st March preceding date, no AM, PM. Therefore, resident individual whose 68th birthday falls on 1st April 22 would be treated as senior citizen for previous year 21-22. And he will be eligible for exemption 3 lakh. Are you now getting what I am saying? So your birthday, 68th birthday is on 1st April 22. Only 1 day's relief is given. So it is assumed that it is 31st March 22. And if it is 31st March 22, then for 21 and 22, what is the relief you will get instead of 2,50,000? 3 lakh. Clear to all of you? Right. Now, for partnership from LLP, there is no slab rate, flat rate. If a partnership firm is having total income 1,000, on 1,000 they have to pay 30% tax, 300, and on that 4% 12 rupees, he says 312. Ma'am, 312? Yes. So flat rate of tax is when the firm LLP is having no basic exemption. Flat rate of the tax. Okay? पार्टनरशिप फर्म के असेसमेंट में इसको और डिटेल में रिवाइज करेंगे, बट एलएलपी एंड ऑल आर पेइंग 30% टैक्स. नाउ इट इज द टैक्स रेट फॉर द कंपनीज. ओके, टैक्स रेट फॉर द कंपनीज. या, सो इंडियन कंपनीज हैव टू पे 30% टैक्स फ्लैट. Foreign companies, non-domestic companies have to pay 40% tax. Now, if in financial year 19 and 20, 2 years back preceding, 19 and 20 mein, if your turnover or gross receipts of the company is less than or equal to 400 crore, for you, what is the tax rate? 25%. But ये सब flat है. तो कंपनी का टर्नओवर 1920, if it is up to 400 crores, flat rate of the tax 25%, otherwise flat 30%, foreign company 40%. Easy, clear? Cooperative society up to total income 10,000, 10%, 10,000 to 20,000, 20%, 20,000 above 30%. Okay, now special normal income, normal slab rate or flat rate. There are some special incomes which are taxable at special rates. Let us check that. Long-term capital gain on property, gold, jewelry, your open plot and all, 20%. Long-term capital gain on shares, listed shares, section 112A, 10%. And most important is up to 1 lakh it is exempt. This 1 lakh is over basic exemption. So suppose I am having only share trading income 8 lakh. How much is my basic exemption? 2.5 lakh. Additional 1 lakh I will get basic exemption. Additional long-term capital gain. And beyond 3.5 lakh up to 8 lakh, whatever is long-term capital gain, it is taxable at 10%. Okay, very important is in short term and long term, basic exemption is allowed. Basic exemption is allowed. Unutilized basic exemption also, I'll tell you the concept. Yes? Rebate is not allowed in this long-term capital gain. Short-term capital gain on shares 15%. Other than shares, short-term capital gain on property, gold, jewelry, open plot, slab rate. Casual income, lottery, crossword puzzle, KBC prize, Bonvita quiz, gambling, online ये जो PUBG और gaming, अब तो cricket 11 and all सब open हो गया है ना, 30%. And undisclosed sources of income, we have already done section 68, 69 and all. Unexplained expenditure, cash credit, आपके घर में ऑफिस में कहीं पे if there is a raid and crores of rupees and properties are recovered which you have not shown, it is taxable at 78%. I'll tell you the breakup of this is, if you want, note down. 60% is the tax rate on undisclosed income. 25% is the surcharge rate, and on tax plus surcharge, ESES. Nice, clear to all of you? Yeah. Please note down, long-term and short-term capital gain basic exemption will be there if you don't have any other income. Normal income है तो basic exemption वहाँ you will take it there and this will be taxable. Okay. Now, let me tell you one very important thing which is helpful now also and in income from other sources. From this casual income and undisclosed sources, no deductions are allowed. No basic exemption. You can't say, ma'am, I'm a housewife. मुझे KBC की लॉटरी लगी है 4 लाख की, तो 2.5 लाख बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन तो दो, नहीं मिलेगा. Okay, ma'am, I went to and fro in flight and stayed in hotel in Mumbai. No. Lottery का खर्चा तो दो. No. So what I want to say, from casual income, no basic exemption, no deductions are allowed, no losses can be set off, nothing. That's why it is taxable flat at 30%. And undisclosed sources, unexplained expenditure, unexplained investment, cash credits, they are all taxable at 78%. Clear? Right? Okay. Now, we have already seen the surcharge rates for individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, all. Now, what are the surcharge rate for partnership firm? Only one surcharge rate. Partnership firm is income is taxable at flat rate 30%, no basic exemption. Surcharge rate if the income exceeds 1 crore, 12%. 10 crore वाला limit नहीं है, 1 crore के ऊपर गया तो 12%. Domestic company 1 crore to 10 crore if the total income is, surcharge rate is 7%. Above 10 crores it is 12%. Foreign company 1 crore to 10 crore 2%. 10 crore and above it is 5%. Now, how to remember this, dear students? If domestic company ka tax rate, you check it, it's 30%. Okay, domestic company's tax rate is 30%. Then in that case, the surcharge rates are high. Up to 10 crores, 1 crore to 10 crore के बीच में 50 lakhs is only for individuals. 7% and 10 crore के ऊपर income है तो सीधा tax के ऊपर 12% surcharge. Foreign company, the basic rate is only high, 40%. Surcharge rates are low, 2% and 5%. Okay. Now, short-term capital gain arising on transfer of equity shares 111A, long-term capital gain 112A, and dividend income. On these three income, maximum surcharge rate is only 15%. So if you have long-term capital gain on shares 8 crore, how will you calculate the tax? Basic exemption you will give. Additional 1 lakh exemption you will give. Tax rate on long-term capital gain is how much? 20%. Surcharge rate, even though it is 8 crore. See, you are an individual. So 5 crore के ऊपर है तो surcharge rate कितना है? 37 and 25% are not applicable to short-term capital gain on shares, long-term capital gain, and dividend income. Even if it exceeds 2 crore or 5 crores, maximum surcharge rate is only 15%. You want more example or this is clear? Long-term capital gain on shares, short-term, I am going to take in capital gain also revision of taxes on capital gain. Short-term capital gain on shares, listed shares, STT charge, long-term capital gain on shares and dividend income. Highest surcharge rate is 1, 5, 15%, 25% and 37% is not applicable at all. Okay? Whatever income is there, ESS is there, right? Chalo. Let us check the concept of marginal relief. 1 second, I'll be back. Thank you for waiting. Chalo. Now, the concept of this marginal relief is marginal. Little my income exceeded the limit and I am paying surcharge on the whole tax. Look at any one of the examples. Let us take the first example. Suppose my income is 51 lakhs. So 0 to 250, and 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, 12,500, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, and 51 में से 10 lakh निकाल दो. So on 41 lakh, this is the tax. Okay, you can pause and calculate. So tax on 51 lakhs is coming to 1342 because income exceeded 50 lakhs. You are paying surcharge at the rate of 10%, 132. And what is tax plus surcharge? 1476,750. In the concept of marginal relief, don't mug up any stats. Just listen to me carefully and don't calculate this tax with ESES. I want all of you to note down without ESES. You have calculated tax on income. You have calculated surcharge on tax. Bus, ruk jao. Suppose my income is 50 lakhs. Okay. Then what is the tax? 13,12,500. Yeah. Tax calculation, I hope you know it. I'm just revising the concept. Now, on 50 lakhs, there is no surcharge. Above 50 lakh, it is 10%. So if your income is 50 lakhs, what is the tax? 13,12,500. Just your income exceeded by 1 lakh. Your excess tax, 1 minus 2, 160 for 200. Is it justified? Just because my income exceeded from 50 to 51 lakh, 1 lakh say income bada, so the tax went up to 1 lakh 60 for 250. Whatever I am getting additional income, more than that I am paying tax because just the income exceeded. So I have to pay surcharge on the whole tax. Now, what is excess income? Yeah, 50 lakh and 51 lakh, 1 lakh. Excess tax minus excess income. This is the marginal relief. I am saying to department, just my income exceeded 1 lakh. You are asking me to pay excess tax of 164. Whatever I am earning, no 1 lakh, aap rakh lo. But give me a relief of 64,250. Finally, my tax payable is on 51 lakhs 1476. I am asking for a relief of 64,250. 1 minus 5. This is the tax payable excluding cess, and here you add ESES. Dear students, in the concept of marginal relief and in the step method of agricultural income and non, don't calculate tax with ESES in initial steps. ESES के साथ करोगे तो आंसर गलत हो जाएगा. Yes, tax calculation you can just pause and check. I hope that's clear. एक और exam. अच्छा, do you need to mug up the steps? No. Calculate the tax on 51 lakhs. Calculate the tax on 50 lakhs, the cutoff. Okay. How much is the excess tax you are paying? 1 minus 2 step. How much is excess income you are paying? 1 lakh. You want a relief of 3 minus 4. Okay, sir, I have earned 1 lakh extra, no? Keep it as tax. But income extra is 1 lakh and tax extra is 164, not justified. So I want a relief of 64,250 from my basic tax, 1476. And now 14,12,500 I will pay with ESES. एक और करें. Just let us see one more example with this very quickly. Suppose your income has exceeded above 2 crores. So 2 crore and 1 lakh. First so 12,500, then 1 lakh, 10 lakh above 30%, 58. Now because the income exceeded 2 crore, 25% surcharge. So you are paying 73 lakh 3,125 tax without ESES. Suppose your income was 2 crore. Just because it went 2 crore 1 lakh, you are paying surcharge 25%. Had it been 2 crore, you are ready to pay surcharge. But how much? Only 15%. So now whatever is the tax on that 15% surcharge, and your tax is coming to 6884. Are you all with me? Check karo, pucho. Here the surcharge rate is 25%, 2 crore 1 lakh. On 2 crore surcharge rate is 15%. Now, what is the tax payable? Excess tax payable 6,18,000. Oh God. Just because 2 crore and 1 lakh extra earn kiye, so you are paying 6,18,750 extra tax on the whole income above 2 crore. It's like you are paying surcharge at the rate of 25% instead of 15%. You are ready to pay surcharge, but 15%. Now you are paying 25%. So how much is excess tax on excess income? 618 minus 1 lakh. So what is the marginal relief? 518,750. This is the marginal relief. Okay, whatever 1 lakh I have earned extra, no, keep it as tax. Finally, what is your tax payable? 73 lakh minus 518. So in short, 6782. You know what tax you are paying actually? You are paying tax on 2 crore plus 1 lakh जो extra कमाया पूरा आप tax में दे रहे. देखो 2 crore का tax है ना 6884,375 plus 1 lakh extra whatever you have earned, you are ready to go. What is step 1? What is step 1? Tax. Calculate tax on higher amount. Calculate tax on lower. Excess tax. Excess income. This is the relief. Jitna excess income hai rakh lo. But tax beyond that you give me relief, and this relief is from the first term. After giving the relief from the first step, 1 minus 5. Whatever 6 is the tax payable, and on that add the ESET. Is this clear to all of you? Marginal relief, whenever it is asked, it is even in final exams, even in inter exam, 5 marks exclusive question is asked on marginal relief. And this so I have done for individual. Can you do it for companies also? Can you do it for companies also? Like say, let us take a partnership firm whose income has just exceeded 1 crore. So on tax so is 30%, but they are paying surcharge at the rate of 12%. Had it been income only 1 crore, no surcharge for partnership firm. Same concept is applicable for firm and company for marginal relief. So understand, write, pause the video, write calculation for one example. So many examples are there in the screen. Just pause and do the calculation for one example. You will never have to mug up the steps for marginal relief. And still, if you have any doubt in marginal relief, you can put me a message. Once again, to recollect, calculate tax on 51 lakhs. Calculate tax on 50 lakhs. Both these tax calculation with tax and surcharge without excess. 1 minus 2 is the excess tax you are paying on 51 lakhs instead of 50 lakhs. Step number 4 is excess income. Step 3, excess tax. Can it be more than excess income? Answer is no. And that's what I want, relief. And when I want this relief, from step number 1, relief is step number 5. I get my tax payable, and on this tax payable, after relief, add ESET. Please don't do silly mistake from your tax minus rebate. If your income is less than 5 lakh and you are a resident individual, minus rebate. On the balance tax, add ESET. Okay? Sure. So that's all for the major slab rates and all. Yeah, many times this is asked in MCQ section 288 says income is always rounded off in the multiples of 10. So if it is 82, 78,082, take it as 80. If it is 85, 86, 87, take it as 90 on the higher side. income is rounded off in the multiples of income is rounded off in the multiples of 10. Tax is also rounded off. Now, dear students, please don't keep on rounding off every tax. फिर recess को round off किया, फिर total ऐसे नहीं होता. The final tax plus surcharge plus e-cess, whatever you are liable to pay to government, if it is coming 866, pay 870. If it is coming 862, pay 860. So rounding off of tax and income is done in the multiples of 10. And see this presentation. ये तो आप करोगे computation of income में 5 heads of income, clubbing others income, set off plus minus maths, gross total income, ATC to ETU deduction, total income. 14 marks, question number 1 compulsory, which is asked is compute the income, compute the tax, and one of the topping wala adjustment is either agricultural, non-agricultural, which I am taking the very next, or ATG donation. ATG donation adjustment is usually asked in question number 1. ATG deductions के साथ I will revise. Tax on total income, add surcharge minus rebate if any, and on the tax add e-cess. This is the tax payable, but if there is any TDS deducted, advance tax deduct, balance may be refund or payable, and whenever you are paying late, you have to pay along with 234 ABC interest. If you file your return without adding interest and which is due, it is treated as defective. These are problems and all we have done. I think all major slab rates and all I have done. Yeah, these are all undisclosed sources and income is taxable at 78%. Distinguish between application and diversion, check it once. Definition of India, this is all basics. Now, going to agricultural income, very quick revision. There's a separate 1.5 hour class also in the tax concept playlist. Please do check it for agricultural income, especially the questions which are asked, you know, agricultural income hai ya nahi hai. So agricultural income is income what you get from agricultural activity in India. If I get agricultural income from Sri Lanka, from Burma, very well it is taxable in income from other sources. So this is agricultural income from land situated in India and it is used for agricultural purpose either by yourself or you have given it out on rent to farmers. Then your rental income is also an agricultural income. If it is a partnership firm, then partnership firm. All right. So agricultural income is income derived from agricultural land and doing agricultural activity. Now, what is agricultural land? If this is Hyderabad, leave 8 kilometers radius from all the sides. Beyond that, whatever is the land, it's agricultural land. But on this land, you have to do agricultural activity, either by yourself or through others. Like Ramoji Film City is located 35 kilometers away from Hyderabad. Is it an agricultural land? Yes. But what are the activities done? There are studios for recording and amusement park and all. Is this an agricultural activity? No. Is it taxable? Fully? Yes. So, very quick revision is agricultural income should be derived from land situated in India. Rent and revenue, which is used for agricultural purpose, or you yourself are doing agricultural process, or it is used as farm building situated, you know, outhouse or farm building situated near the agricultural land. Not farmhouse which is given for weddings and birthday parties and all. No, those resorts and all very well taxable. 8 kilometers within the city limit, if the population is up to 1 lakh and less than 10 lakhs, then 6 kilometers में ही शुरू हो जाएगा. And if the population is between 10,000 to 1 lakh, 2 kilometers में ही शुरू हो जाएगा. And less than 10,000 is a very small village. All is agricultural activity. Yes. If it is a partnership firm, profit salary received by partner from agricultural operations exempt, rent, growing of flowers, creepers, potted plant activities. These examples are clear. But if you do other activities like cement and mining and fisheries and brick making, poultry farming, dividend received from a company. Company's income is agricultural income. They are doing rose farming and sweet corn or dragon fruit और अब तो बहुत commercial हो रहा है तो exempt है. But if as a shareholder you are receiving dividend on the money invested, your dividend is not exempt by just saying I have invested in a company which is having agricultural income. Company's income will be exempt. Those who are doing agricultural activity, dividend will be taxable. Rent of agricultural land is exempt. Ye raha first T. Rent or revenue derived from agricultural land is exempt. But if you are receiving interest on the late rent received, interest is going to be taxable. Okay. Now, if generally agricultural income in India is exempt under section 10(1). I want to repeat, agricultural income in India is exempt under section 10(1). Okay, right. But indirectly it is taxable if three conditions are satisfied. SSC is individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. Agricultural income is above 5,000. Non-agricultural income is above the basic exemption. Clear? Right. Now, how do you pay tax? Agricultural income, non-agricultural income, calculate tax without e-cess. E-cess ke bina. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax without e-cess. Are you getting? Agricultural income, non-agricultural income mila ke calculate the tax in working note 1. Agricultural income and basic exemption, calculate the tax in working note 2. 1 minus 2 is the total tax payable minus rebate. If your total income is less than 5 lakhs, the non-agricultural, you can take a rebate. अगर आपकी total income 4,50,000 है और आपकी agricultural income है 5 lakh, तो आप step method से calculate, you will calculate the tax. But will you give a rebate because the total income is less than 5 lakh and you are a resident individual? Yes. Give the rebate and on the balance tax, this is the tax what you pay. Add education says 4% and pay the tax. Agricultural income, non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax. 1 minus 2 is the tax payable minus the rebate. It is balance tax, add e-cess. So this is the way we have solved all these questions in regular class. And if it is some kind of business like Tata tea, growing of the tea is agricultural, but then drying, pruning, crushing and getting Tata tea in the granule form is commercial activity. So Tata tea ke case mein 60% is agricultural income exempt, 40% taxable. This table you have to remember. Rubber manufacturing mein 65 exempt, 35 taxable. Coffee grown and cured, coffee beans 75 and 25. Coffee grown, cured, grounded, powdered 60 and 40. Tea and powder coffee are 60-40. Rubber is 65-35. Coffee just grown is 75 and 25. Coffee beans. You know, simple problem. So this income is exempt. This business income is taxable. Okay. And sometimes if you have your own sugar farm and from there you take it to the market, then there is a small concept here. Okay. I'll just explain with an example very quickly. क्या हो गया? गायब क्यों हो गया agricultural income? Residential status we will revise next class. Nice amendment are also there in this. Yeah. Suppose you have an agricultural farm where you go sugarcane, and sugarcane का market value है 12 lakhs. So farm income तो पूरी exempt है. Next to it is your factory, where you make sugar granules and sell it for 25 lakhs. Market value of the sugarcane, is it raw material here? 12 lakhs. Market value of the sugarcane you can get others farmers, they may be giving to other sugar factory. You are taking it to your own factory. This income is the exempt. This is agricultural income, growing of sugarcane. But bringing it to the factory, raw material 12 lakhs, market value you can deduct. Other production expense of say 3 lakh. What is the profit? Net profit 10 lakhs. This is your business income. Check this example. This is your business income. Okay? Clear to all of you? Yes. So that's all for the revision of the tax rates, flat rates, rebate, surcharge, yeah, unutilized basic exemption. I have made a separate video also, but if you want, I'll just explain in 2 minutes with the help of an example, and that is called as unutilized basic exemption. One second. Unutilized basic exemption. Now, what is this? Just look at this example on the screen. Suppose my normal taxable salary income or anything is 1,80,000. Now, what is my basic exemption? 2,50,000. And what is my normal salary income? 1,80,000. Still, there is unutilized basic exemption, which is not utilized, rupees 70,000. What is the tax on my normal income? Nil. Normal salary income is 180, so 250 तक तो कोई tax नहीं है. Go home, bye bye. 70,000 is unutilized basic exemption. Now suppose if I have long-term capital gain 6 lakhs. Just an example. 6 lakhs. Can I set off unutilized basic exemption 70,000 here? And basic exemption is 250. Ma'am, if I have only long-term capital gain, can I take basic exemption? Yes. Casual income may no. Undisclosed income may 78% may no. Capital gain income is 6 lakhs. Okay, not on shares, ऐसे कोई भी other. Unutilized basic exemption, can I set off? Yes. Balance long-term capital gain, 5,30,000 पे 20% tax देना है. 5,30,000 पे 20% tax देना है आपको, and on that whatever it is coming add pieces. Did you get the concept of unutilized basic exemption? If your normal income is less than the basic exemption, then the balance basic exemption you can use from long-term, short-term capital gain. All shares, without shares, all. You can get unutilized basic exemption benefit, and on the balance special income, pay the tax at special rates. All the gist I have tried to cover up, but still it went on for 1 hour. I hope this is helpful for every student. Kickstart your preparation. 2-3 days you will be motivated. You will be going according to plan. Again you will go down again. You need to keep yourself motivated every day. कभी-कभी ना आगे planning करने से अच्छा just look back. Okay, yesterday at least I did quality good study of 5 hours and this is over. I will do. Talk positive to yourself. Don't punish yourself. ऐसे strict नहीं होना है, but committed होना है, right? So every 2-3 days, whatever motivation I gave, your parents give or anyone gives, But again and again, you have to remember your higher goal, that you have to add those beautiful words CA in front of your name. For that, you have to study 8 subjects of final or exam dena hai, karna hai, or for that you are preparing your inter, and for that you are listening to these lectures. So keep your why very clear and keep on talking with your goals now and then. Let it be there in your mind. वो जुनून होना है, so you will perform well. So look forward to your life after 5 years, a beautiful, amazing life. And sometimes, where did your time go? वो भी एक analyze करो. So that's all from my side. Don't doubt 1% also yourself. It's not easy to clear entrances and come till this level. So many of you listening to me writing final exam, यहाँ तक आके आप थोड़ी छोड़ोगे. So there's no point in giving up. You have never asked Dipti ma'am, आप कितने attempt में clear हो? After 2-3 years, it doesn't matter of qualification whether you cleared in 3rd attempt. That doesn't mean we should take 3 and 4 attempt. I'm just saying it's your own journey, make your own story. Check your weaknesses yourself. कि writing practice नहीं हुआ था, speed was not there, concepts were not clear, syllabus was not completed, or you just check all the videos orally. What went wrong? Do the correction, whatever help you need, take from us and perform super well. And I will be taking like this in Zoom interview for all of you in our success echo stories. Lots of blessings and wishes to all of you. Bye-bye. Thank you.